When you first look at the 2026 Yamaha XT225, it doesn't scream for attention, doesn't try to look aggressive or futuristic. Instead, it sits there quietly, almost like it knows exactly what it is: a simple, reliable dual sport bike that's built for real riders. And honestly, that's what makes it interesting. In a world full of over-designed motorcycles, the XT225 feels honest. Let me take you closer. The design hasn't changed drastically, and that's a good thing. Yamaha clearly understands that this bike has a loyal fan base. The slim body, lightweight frame, and tall stance give it that classic dual sport look. You get high ground clearance, narrow ergonomics, and a seat height that feels approachable for beginners but still comfortable for experienced riders. The 2026 model refines small things instead of reinventing the wheel. Slightly updated graphics, better paint quality, and improved finishing touches make it feel more premium without losing its identity. Now, let's talk about what really matters: the engine. The Yamaha XT225 2026 comes with a 223cc air-cooled single-cylinder engine. On paper, that might not sound impressive, but here's the thing. This bike is not about speed. It's about control, reliability, and versatility. When you start the engine, you notice how smooth and calm it feels. No unnecessary vibration, no harsh noise, just a steady, predictable thump. And that's exactly what you want if you're riding on mixed terrain. The throttle response is gentle, almost forgiving. If you're new to riding, this bike won't punish your mistakes. And if you're experienced, you'll appreciate how easy it is to control in tight situations. Whether you're riding through city streets, gravel roads, or light trails, the XT225 gives you confidence. Now imagine this: early morning, quiet road. You twist the throttle slowly. The sound is soft, controlled, almost relaxing. That's where the ASMR feel comes in. This bike isn't loud or aggressive. It's calm. It lets you enjoy the ride without overwhelming your senses. Moving on to the gearbox, the XT225 features a 6-speed transmission. This is where things get interesting. The gear ratios are well spaced, which means you can cruise comfortably on highways but still have enough torque for off-road climbs. First gear is low enough for tricky terrain, while sixth gear lets you relax on longer rides. Shifting feels smooth and predictable. No clunky movements, no surprises. Just clean, precise engagement. Now, let's talk about weight, because this is one of the biggest advantages of this bike. The 2026 XT225 is extremely lightweight, and you feel that the moment you sit on it. It's easy to handle, easy to balance, and most importantly, easy to recover if you make a mistake. For beginners, this is huge. A heavy bike can be intimidating, but this one feels like an extension of your body. For off-road riders, the lightweight design makes a massive difference. You can maneuver through tight trails, avoid obstacles, and maintain control even on uneven surfaces. And if you ever drop the bike, which happens to everyone, picking it up isn't a struggle. Now, suspension. Yamaha has kept things simple but effective. The front comes with telescopic forks, and the rear features a monoshock setup. It's not overly soft, and it's not too stiff. It sits right in the middle, which makes it versatile. You can ride comfortably on the road, and at the same time, it absorbs bumps in rough terrain without feeling unstable. Is it a hardcore off-road suspension? No, but it doesn't try to be. It's built for everyday riders who want to explore, not compete. Braking is another area where simplicity wins. The XT225 uses disc brakes at the front and drum brakes at the rear. Some people might question the rear drum brake in 2026, but here's the reality: it works. It's reliable, and for a bike like this, it's more than enough. The braking feel is predictable. No sudden grabs, no overly sharp response, just smooth, controlled stopping power. Now, let's talk about fuel efficiency, because this is where the XT225 really shines. This bike is incredibly fuel efficient. You can ride for long distances without worrying about frequent refueling. For riders in the US, especially those who love long road trips or rural exploration, this is a big advantage. You spend more time riding and less time at gas stations. And with rising fuel costs, that matters more than ever. Comfort is another strong point. The seat is simple but well designed. It's not too soft, which is actually a good thing for longer rides. The upright riding position reduces strain on your back and shoulders. Handlebars are placed naturally, and foot peg positioning feels balanced. You don't feel cramped, you don't feel stretched, you just feel comfortable. Now let's talk about who this bike is really for. If you're a beginner,
The XT225 is one of the best starting bikes you can get. It's forgiving, lightweight, and easy to control. It builds your confidence instead of breaking it. If you're an experienced rider, this bike becomes your everyday companion, something you can ride without thinking too much about, something that doesn't demand attention but quietly delivers a great experience. And if you're someone who loves exploring, this bike is perfect. It's not limited to roads. It invites you to take detours, try new paths, and discover places you wouldn't normally go. Now, let's be honest, this bike is not for everyone. If you're looking for high speed, aggressive acceleration, or a premium high-tech experience, this isn't it. There are other bikes for that. But if you're looking for simplicity, reliability, and pure riding experience, the XT225 delivers in a way that modern bikes often forget. Here's what makes it special. It doesn't try to impress you instantly. It grows on you. At first, it feels basic, but the more you ride it, the more you understand it, the more you trust it, and eventually, it becomes one of those bikes you never want to sell. Now imagine ending your ride. You slowly come to a stop. The engine is still running. That soft, steady sound fills the air. You turn the key, silence, and for a moment, you just sit there, appreciating the simplicity of the ride. That's the XT225 2026. No drama, no unnecessary complexity, just a clean, honest riding experience. And honestly, in today's world, that's rare. So if you're building a channel like ASMR HSP and targeting a US audience, this bike fits into that calm, immersive style. It's not about hype, it's about feeling. And this bike has a lot of feeling.